Stephen Maguire 3-0 in front in this match, and in a best of 9 match, 3-0 in front is you've broken the back of the match to some degree, but not in a best of 11. Many players missed to the right-hand side of the table this week.
Steve Maguire 4.
Yeah, missed call, but it won't be taken because he's got a chance of a red now to the left corner. And the one thing that Stephen knows now, although he was probably 3-0 in front without really playing his absolute best, now that Neil Robertson has stepped up a gear, he knows that he's got to do the same. Lovely opening red, nice control of the cue ball. Just that perfectly. So running round off 2 cushions, obviously the bottom red will go to the right corner. And in potting this, we'll be bringing other reds into play. You play the screw here, you won't play the run through because you'd finish up on nothing.
Bit unfortunate to see the pink go up with the blue there. It's limited his options to some degree. Makes this break a lot harder.
Yeah, so we're going to see that problem almost immediately. I mean, normally he'd play this to the left middle and just run up for the blue. But the blue now not available. If he plays it to the left middle, he's going to have to play for a baulk colour.
If he could get a nice angle on the brown, perhaps he could pot the brown, smash into the pack. Doesn't have to smash into the pack, of course, but running out of reds. Not got the perfect angle anyway to get that shot. Nicely struck. Hitting the ball crisply now, although he didn't feel it, but it sounded good. He felt
21.
Like he didn't get as much screw back as he intended. He's running out of reds here.
And he's played that nicely. He can go into the reds now. He'd like to hit the one that's immediately be above the black. If you can do that, there are a couple of reds that are available. Of course, being low on the black, you've got to be careful, don't miss the black. Well, he didn't hit the red I suggested, but he's got the black in, he's opened them up now. Just needs that red to continue.
29.
And it could be a decent chance, this, but he needs one good pot.
Top red goes. All the 3 baulk colours available. It's a bit harder than it looks, this shot, though. Doesn't look that difficult on the TV screens, but it's very missable, considering he's got to keep control of the cue ball.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether there's any value in playing it plain ball and maybe running into the blue or pink here. It's hard to say exactly what the angle is. Well, he's playing it low, so he's stunning it in. Played it nicely as he held this side of the ball line. He needs it to slow up.
He just couldn't bring himself to play it softer with the tension involved in the shot. He had to give it a bit more, overcome the sort of, not the nerves as much as just hitting it positively. Perhaps he would have been better off going in and out of balk somehow, hitting it a lot harder, but this is a big shot.
Well, you can't cue it much better than that. Just look at the cue there. Little bit of movement of the arm, but the cue went through straight as a gun barrel. Pressure pot.
Talking of tips for players, club players, absolutely kept his head rock solid on that shot. Absolutely no movement. One of Stephen Maguire's strengths, keeps his body as still as possible when he hits the ball. A little bit of movement there to get out of the way as it came back, but on the big shot, that blue kept as solid as he possibly could.
43.
That's fantastic.
Well, I didn't. As soon as he struck that, he wasn't too happy with it, so he must be too straight on the black again. Keeps doing this, just makes that a little bit more difficult. It just restricts your options. When you're straight on the ball, you can only go forward or backwards, whereas if you've got an angle, you can go off two cushions. But he's just checking to see if there's a red available to the right middle. Maybe the two reds just above the black. Possibility there's a plant. But as I say, if he'd have had a nice angle on the black, he wouldn't have been doing all this thinking. Possible plant, those two reds, the same pocket as the black. Well, he's not played for it. He screwed across the other side of the table. It bounced a little bit. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, his body language suggested that that wasn't what he played, or got a massive bounce off the cushion, as if something wasn't anywhere near like he played it, but he really did screw it back very well. Perhaps it did bounce off very quickly. As it's turned out, marvellous. House cleaning.
And now back in perfect position. And we know that the top red goes. And as I say, I think those two reds just above the black could be made into a plant to the right corner. But as I say, the top red goes in the same pocket as the black. Well, he decided now to play for it in the middle. Didn't have to do much with the cue ball.
59.
They're always missable into the middle pockets, but I think he fancies it. Very nicely played.
60.
So this black, for one more red, that's all that's needed.
It's an excellent response here from Stephen Maguire to stop the rot. The mini rot. At 4-2, he'll be feeling a lot happier.
67.
Not had much of an opportunity here, Neil. Played the thin safety, didn't hit the red. Stephen didn't take the miss. Potted a good long red, good position on the black. Hasn't
75.
been absolutely pinpoint positional play here, but he's done it well enough to have won the frame. One visit. Well, he's missed it, but
Stephen
79
Maguire,
points the lead, 67 remaining. Neil Robertson having a think about whether it's worth carrying on. 3 snookers needed. If he doesn't get them, 4-2 Stephen Maguire.
Yeah, he can be 47 points in front with one red left on the table, and theoretically with one safety shot he could be in a winning situation with a free ball, but that's not necessarily the right way. All over.
Robertson, frame conceded. Thanks, Stephen.
And that time he did look at Stephen Maguire and said, it's yours if you want it. And of course Stephen Maguire greatly received. He's got a 2-frame advantage again, 4-2.